Okay, so you put a Christian or a Mormon priest in the office. So now you have a full authority figure, a Christian authority figure, out in front of the world. Okay, so that's what. So now whenever Mitt Romney does anything, then there's gonna be all that Mormon Christian dude. He's doing this, all kill America, jihad, all this is the holy war, and they're gonna go blow things up. And Mitt Romney will go right there and attack. See, Mitt Romney don't mind. He like Obama. He don't mind killing and sending folks out to fight. The only thing is Mitt Romney don't mind actually putting boots on the ground versus putting drones in the air. See, Obama can kill somebody from a quarter of a mile or a mile away. Mitt Romney don't mind getting right up on you and having the soldiers do it point blank range, hand-to-hand combat style, okay? So I'm not telling you to vote for, but I'm just thinking about it. Personally, I say the hell with it. Enough people aren't going to write in Ron Paul to make a statement, okay? See, people needed it 3-6 weeks, or when Ron Paul first suspended his campaign and pulled out, immediately everybody should have said, we're not going for you, Ron Paul. We're not trying to get you in office, but we're all going to vote and write in Ron Paul to let them know how many of us are saying we want freedom, liberty, peace, and happiness. Not no totalitarian, horrible tyrant in office. We don't want to live under a socialist, communistic dictatorship. We want to live peace-free the way it was supposed to be. Okay? But no, we didn't do that in time. So now if you do that, you really pretty much will be just wasting it. Nobody heard. They never fight for the third-party liberals or libertarians to get up in front of the people and get into the debates. They always boo-hoo and cry at the last minute, and it's too late, so now we're filing a lawsuit. We don't pay no attention to that anymore. Okay, get that. I'm talking to the libertarians, the people who running for office, just wasting time. We are not paying attention to them because you should have been fighting for this 8 years ago. Okay, 16 years ago. So we're not falling for that anymore. That trick is said. We know you're not doing nothing with it. You're just doing that to hold votes from one particular party or whatnot. Not really trying to introduce or really do anything with your nomination or your possible run for the possible White House. I don't see you actually trying to win the White House. We have the internet. You really don't have to go anywhere. You put stuff all over the internet, okay? So I sit back and I think and I'm wondering, I'm saying, okay, so what should we do? Personally, just like y'all beloved Alex Jones, now do I have anything seriously wrong with Alex Jones? No, I look at him like Sean Hannity or Rush Limbaugh. He's a radio personality. He's on the internet. He's on the radio. Somebody to listen to get a perspective of what a large group of people are listening to. I look at it like this. Alex Jones has 3 million listeners. If I listen to what Alex Jones is saying, then I hear what 3 million people basically are saying. Same with Sean Hannity. If there's 15 million people, or Rush Limbaugh, 15 million people listening to him, if I listen to him and see and listen, most people agree with him who listens to him. So therefore, I can hear pretty much what a lot of these people are believing and listening to and thinking about. So I listen to Alex Jones. He actually has some good news. They put out some good reports. It's just, I know he's part of the system. And he's admitted it to y'all, but I don't see why y'all don't. Think about the movie The Matrix, right? He tells you all the time he has to plug into the Matrix to pull you out of the Matrix. As long as you're plugged into the Matrix, what can happen? You can be used, manipulated, and controlled by the system. Okay? Just like we can be used, manipulated, or used by the system. So once I know that, I don't have a problem listening or going to InfoWars getting information because it's still information. These globalists, they want us to know, the Illuminati people, they want us to know what they plan on doing. That's one thing I got to say about them. I love the fact that they got it in their books and their meetings, and it's taught you, if you're going to do it, you tell them you're going to do it. And then you do it, which is more of a challenge, but it also teaches them it teaches them strong discipline, and it teaches them to do what you say and say what you're going to do. And it makes you fight. It's like this. I can walk up and if you get into a fight, you're in the ring with another person, right? And he got knives tucked under his sleeves. He got a knife in his boot. You know, he got a sword on his back, and he got a dagger here or there. You know, you cannot see none of this, but it's real cool to come and you start fighting and you pull it out. But it's another thing to come out there and say, hey, I got 4 daggers here, 3 swords there, and a knife here, and I'm about to kill you. See, now you done told me what you got. So now the fight is, now I really have to fight you, and you really have to fight, because now you know that I know what you got and what you're going to do. See, that's the one thing that we got, is the fact that they are so arrogant that they will tell us what they plan on doing. And they do it right in front of us, and we go for it all the time. People got shows and want to talk about it. They labeled under, they marked under the category of talk, but all they doing is playing some damn music. And then they think because they take 5 minutes and talk about how, oh, forget the government, and oh, they got drones, and oh, they want to take our guns. When half of y'all probably don't even know how to use your guns, don't know the real reason to have a gun. Y'all got it because y'all think it's cool. Well, first we'll talk about what you go do when you get mad. Then you go back and play your music. Well, ladies and gentlemen, nobody has time for that. So I'm listening and I see what people are saying. I don't really see it. Alex Jones is pushing a vote for Mitt Romney. And half his listeners are going to vote for Mitt Romney because y'all going to want to get Obama out the picture. Even though Mitt Romney has the same idea if he does anything for Obamacare to change anything. Because think about it, Obamacare is taking effect. Therefore, if he write off Obamacare and cancel that out, then he has to put something in its place or there's nothing. Now, if he leave it as there's nothing, then we'll deal with it, and a lot of people are going to raise holy sand, and we'll have to deal with it. But something will be put in its place, and I'm sure it'll be the exact same thing, but it'll be the Romney care, just like he had in Massachusetts, possibly. Okay? Personally, I say we just vote for Obama because I know my enemy. You know, I know exactly what he's doing. We know exactly what he planned on doing. He's opened his mouth and he said what he said. Now, some things he did that I feel was good. He did a lot of things that I feel maybe was bad. And some stuff I'm just up in the air with it because I can see how I can help and I can see how I can go wrong. That's just like saying, you know, oxygen. I got oxygen. We can use oxygen. It can be a good thing. It can be a bad thing. You got oxygen. It's in the air. You can breathe it. You live. Breath. You got oxygen in a canister, you fire, kaboom, everybody's dead. Stuff like that, you know. It's and some stuff is catch-22. But right now, while we're dealing with this situation where no matter what president is in office, we know the program is going to go, it's going to be status quo, and they're going to continue to doing what they've been doing because Obama did nothing but picked up where Bush left off. Bush did nothing but pick up where Clinton left off. But see, right now, we have more people awake and knowing what's going on. So, continue to fight. Knowing that we go and change the characters of the play. Now, we got to figure out this per character. People going to fall asleep. A lot of white people going to fall asleep because they got a white man in office. Now, they think he's going to do good and he's going to screw us all over again because y'all going to go get pissy drunk, New Year's Eve, have a good old time. He's going to catch us up like he did before. So, I'm just think about it, ladies and gentlemen. What can we possibly do? I'm for peace, love, and happiness. I'm for us all succeeding. We don't need government running everything, but we do need government. I wish no hurt or no wrong, and people need to stop this nonsense talking bad and foul, making threats about presidents and candidates. That shit is so old. That shit need to go out the window. I mean it. It's time for people to grow the hell up, America. We need to grow up and we need to move forward. We got people who planning on using all our days of being distracted to harm us, our children, our women. This is ridiculous. We're trying to preserve our species. This is your host, Timothy Preston. Thank you for tuning in. I'm glad that you guys joined me, and I will get back with you guys in a few days, alright? This is your host, Timothy Preston. You're tuning in to Talk Wave Radio.
I'm sorry, but I don't want to be an emperor. That's not my business. I don't want to rule or conquer anyone. I should like to help everyone if possible. Jew, Gentile, black man, white. We all want to help one another. Human beings are like that. We want to live by each other's happiness, not by each other's misery. We don't want to hate and despise one another. In this world there's room for everyone, and the good earth is rich and can provide for everyone. The way of life can be free and beautiful. But we have lost the way. Greed has poisoned men's souls, has barricaded the world with hate, has goose-stepped us into misery and bloodshed. We have developed speed, but we have shut ourselves in. Machinery that gives abundance has left us in want. Our knowledge has made us cynical, our cleverness hard and unkind. We think too much and feel too little. More than machinery, we need humanity. More than cleverness, we need kindness and gentleness. Without these qualities, life will be violent, and all will be lost. The aeroplane and the radio have brought us closer together. The very nature of these inventions cries out for the goodness in men, cries out for universal brotherhood, for the unity of us all. Even now, my voice is reaching millions throughout the world, millions of despairing men, women, and little children, victims of a system that makes men torture and imprison innocent people. To those who can hear me, I say, do not despair. The misery that is now upon us is but the passing of greed, the bitterness of men who fear the way of human progress. The hate of men will pass, and dictators die, and the power they took from the people will return to the people, and so long as men die, liberty will never perish. Soldiers, don't give yourselves to brutes, men who despise you, enslave you, who regiment your lives, tell you what to do, what to think, and what to feel, who drill you, diet you, treat you like cattle, use you as cannon fodder. Don't give yourselves to these unnatural men, machine men with machine minds and machine hearts. You are not machines, you are not cattle, you are men. You have the love of humanity in your hearts. You don't hate, only the unloved hate, the unloved and the unnatural. Soldiers, don't fight for slavery, fight for liberty. In the 17th chapter of St. Luke it is written, the kingdom of God is within man, not one man nor a group of men, but in all men, in you. You, the people, have the power to create machines, the power to create happiness. You, the people, have the power to make this life free and beautiful, to make this life a wonderful adventure. Then in the name of democracy, let us use that power. Let us all unite. Let us fight for a new world, a decent world, that will give men a chance to work, that will give youth a future and old age a security. By the promise of these things, brutes have risen to power, but they lie. They do not fulfill that promise. They never will. Dictators free themselves, but they enslave the people. Now let us fight to fulfill that promise. Let us fight to free the world, to do away with national barriers, to do away with greed, with hate and intolerance. Let us fight for a world of reason, a world where science and progress will lead to all men's happiness. Soldiers, in the name of democracy, let us all unite!
You are tuning in to Talk Wave Radio with your host Timothy Preston, here to talk about what is going on in America. Your opinion, your thoughts, your views. Let your voice be heard live on Talk Wave Radio.